Good morning, I'm Chuck Sodek. I'm here today to talk about organic vegetable gardening for the fall. Fall is a wonderful time to put in a vegetable garden. Our days get cooler, hopefully, and we get more abundant rainfall, again, hopefully. But it's a great time of year because you can plant more things than what you can plant in the springtime, and you actually plant all winter long here and grow something successfully. Organic gardening is using nature's methods. We're not going to use any synthetic chemicals, no synthetic fertilizers, so everything is natural and it helps improve your soil. Healthy soil means healthy plants, and that's the key to organic gardening. So healthy, balanced soil, and you will receive healthy plants. By building up the soil, we're going to improve the ecosystem in the soil. Your soil is alive, it's teeming with life. You need to think of it that way. And by doing that, you will realize that the microbes in the soil, which are microscopic plants and animals, they convert the compost into usable humus for the plants. The best thing you can add to your soil is organic matter, and the best organic matter is compost. The best compost you can add is the one you make yourself because it's fresh, it's alive, teeming with these microbes. And but if you're like me, you can never make enough. So you can purchase some in bags. We do carry some good bags here, Back to Nature Cotton Burr Compost and Nature's Blend, which is a finer screen compost with alfalfa and humate added. Both are excellent and I highly recommend them. So if you're starting a new bed and you want to prep it, you want to add lots of organic matter, lots of compost, about 4 to 6 inches initially. You want to work that into your soil. So we'll put out 4 to 6 inches of compost. Another thing I like to add in bed prep is molasses. This is food for your microscopic fungi and bacteria in the soil, and it really stimulates the activity going on down there. Again, we're trying to keep the soil alive. Another thing I like to add is Medina Soil Activator. This stimulates the microbes in the soil. Again, you use 4 ounces to a gallon of water. You just spray it over your bed. And the final thing I add would be organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizers are naturally low in number, just naturally slow release. But again, we're feeding the soil, which in turn feeds your plants. So you use about 4 pounds per 100 square feet on a good organic fertilizer. This is one of my favorites. There's many others. You can use your own favorite. But good organic fertilizer, again, we're feeding the soil, which in turn feeds your plants. So we're going to till all that in, rake your bed smooth. We created a raised bed. It's going to have tilth, it's going to have life, it's going to breathe. Your roots need to breathe. It needs to drain well. So all this we added is going to help your soil life, which in turn helps your plants that you're putting in. There's many products organically that we can use to enhance the garden once things are up and growing. I like to foliar or feed some plants. Has to Grow by Medina is one of my favorites. 1 ounce to a gallon of water. You can spray it on the foliage of your plants, and you can use it as a soil drench as well. Another great product I've been using more and more lately, although somebody took it, but that's okay, it's liquid seaweed. And I kind of alternate these. I'll use Medina Has to Grow 1 week, spray with liquid seaweed the following week, and I just do this every other week. Seaweed is not a fertilizer, but it acts as a stimulant. It helps plants get stronger. If you use seaweed every 2 weeks, you'll never get spider mite problem on your tomato plants, and it helps plants take up nutrients much better, makes them much stronger. So those are the 2 things I really use a lot. Occasionally problems do arise, but very few, hopefully. There's some great insecticides. If you plant lettuce or cabbage or anything in the cold crop family, you're going to get the cabbage loop, or the little caterpillar that will chew up your leaves. You can use dipel dust. This is a natural occurring bacterium that once the caterpillar takes a bite out of it, makes them sick. They quit eating immediately, they die the next day. It also comes in a liquid form called BT worm killer or Thuricide. So whichever you prefer, you put it on the foliage of your vegetable garden. Another great product that I like to use is diatomaceous earth. We call it DE for short. This is a non-selective killer. The way it works is that as an insect crawls over it, it cuts up their exoskeleton, and then they dehydrate and they die. So I like to band this around the perimeter of my home. Keeps out the roaches and the ants. If you get the big leaf-footed bug on your tomato plants. Put this on, cuts them up, and they dehydrate in the dye. So good product. I just try to keep it off the flowers. I don't want to kill my bees, so be very selective where you put it. I just want to conclude by saying that any problems that arise in your garden, whether it's an insect issue or a disease issue, anything can be handled organically. So there is an organic solution available to you that you do not have to search for synthetic pesticides or synthetic fertilizers. There is an organic solution to any problem that may arise.